Hello, my name is Linda, and I decided I wanted to document my weight loss journey. I'm nervous, can you tell? Hopefully this will get a little easier. So I'm having bariatric surgery on the 17th. That's in 6 days. I decided to get the gastric sleeve. This was not something that I took very lightly. I kind of was honestly always against bariatric surgery. I, like a lot of people, thought it was the easy way out. But I started researching it, I'd say early last summer. I made my first appointment with a bariatric doctor and I really liked him, but I was really scared. I had watched a bunch of videos on YouTube to do a little research, and I came away with watching so many terrifying ones of horror stories of people with all these complications. And I was like, no way am I doing this. I was scared to death. So for a couple months or so, I said, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to try this on my own. I lost about 12 pounds and of course I didn't keep it off. So then I was like, I got to do this. So with my insurance, I was required to do a 3-month diet program at a weight loss clinic. So I started that in September and I finished right after Christmas. And honestly, I did really lousy. I didn't think I was going to get approved. I wasn't very serious about it. I ended up at the end gaining 2 pounds. And I thought, they're never going to approve me. I'm going to have to go through this all over again. But to my surprise, I was approved and I was ecstatic. And so then I had a bunch of pre-testing to do that my doctor required for me, like clearance from a cardiologist and a mammogram and a colonoscopy because I'm over 50 and I was due for all of these, but because of COVID, I was kind of, postponing it. And I had to go to my primary care physician. So I finally got this all done. And about 2 weeks ago, I got a surgery date. I was so happy, but scared also. I mean, this is a big life change, and like I said, I wasn't very big on weight loss surgeries, but I knew I needed help. So 4 years ago, I gained a lot of weight. Let me preference that by when I was 25 years old, I lost 110 pounds. I kept it off, or majority of it off, for 23 years. And then my mom and dad passed away 4 years ago. My mom was my best friend, and it was very devastating. She was very sick. She couldn't take care of herself or my dad, who had Alzheimer's. So being power of attorney, I had to force them in a nursing home. 2 months later, she died. And then a year later, my dad died. And I developed a binge eating disorder. Over this past 4 years, I gained 75 pounds, which I am embarrassed and disgusted at myself because I had maintained for so many years and I said that I would never get to this point again. And here I am. And prior to gaining all this weight, I was physically the healthiest I've ever been. I was walking 3 miles every single day. And I was even starting a little bit of running, although I've never been a runner. I would do, I don't know what you call that, where you would walk and then run a block and then walk several blocks and run a block. And towards the end of that, I even ran 45 minutes on a treadmill. I shocked myself. I've never been a runner. And I mean, I've been overweight my whole entire life. And I remember when I was little at gym and they'd have where you had to run around the school, I could hardly run. I dreaded it. I would cry. I would be embarrassed. So this was a huge thing. But then, like I said, life happened and I developed this horrible binge eating disorder as a coping mechanism to deal with my depression and anxiety over the death of my parents. So I tried, I really tried, and diet, I do good all day long, but then when everybody would go to sleep at night, a couple times a week, maybe I'd binge eat until I was sick to my stomach. I mean, I couldn't even sleep at that point because I would get GERD only when I binged eat. And if I'd lay down, I would get so sick to my stomach, I'd start coughing and choking and feeling like I was going to throw up. So that's when, like I said, last spring, I decided I need help. I definitely need help. And like I said, I did my research. I thought about this long and hard. I didn't have a lot of support from my family because, like me initially, they thought that this is an easy way out. And, this is a drastic thing, a change to your body. The gastric sleeve, they remove 3/4 or 80% of your stomach. And, they were worried for me, but mostly like, why can't you do this yourself? And obviously, I'm like, I can't do it by myself. I admit I need help. So slowly my sister came around. Uh, my kids are okay with it. My husband, he's not thrilled I'm getting it done, and he thinks I'm going to be sorry, but I know I'm not. I mean, I joined a couple Facebook groups, and even the people who have struggled with complications or, struggling along the way, the one thing that they all consistently say is that they don't regret they don't regret doing it. The only thing they regret is not doing it sooner. So I'm so excited, scared. When I first got approved, I had all these emotions hit me really fast. I was so excited at first, but like by the next day, I was scared to death. I was depressed. I felt like I wanted to cry. And after I thought about it, I think it's because I felt I was mourning what I would call my best friend, which is eating. The one thing that was there to me when I'm sad that could comfort me. I mean, it's an instant comfort and it's not a lasting comfort because then you feel the guilt. And, uh, you know, and I had to start the diet that day. And I think that was a big, huge thing. The first day was very, very hard. My doctor is pretty lenient. I have to do just 2 weeks of low to no carbs, mostly low. The dietitian that I did the Zoom class with was ridiculous. She said absolutely no carbohydrates, including vegetables and fruits. Now, fruits I could see right now at this point because there's sugars in there. And the carbs could tend to be higher, especially like, let's say, for instance, bananas. But vegetables, give me a break. Come on. So I was like really upset because I love vegetables. So I emailed my doctor and I said, listen, this is what the dietitian told me. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't agree. Vegetables provide so many things: vitamins, minerals, fiber. They fill you up and they are very low carbs. And he agreed. So the next day was so much easier for me. So I encourage you, if you ever have any questions, to reach out to your doctor. Because a lot of times, unless the dietitian is in your doctor's office, then they might not be in sync. And honestly, I was never really thrilled with that dietitian to begin with because she seemed very hard knocks. The first dietitian I had went to, because I couldn't go to that location, they were booked, was very sweet. She was very gentle with me. She said, we're not going to worry so much, about writing down what you have to eat, because you have to do that for the insurance too. I just want you to mainly work on stopping the binge eating. They recommended also, I forgot to say, for me to see a weight loss. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get this right. A eating disorder specialist, a therapist. So luckily I found one. She is like the best doctor in the world, and I couldn't be more happy with her. So I've been seeing her every week. We've been kind of dealing with how I started this binge eating disorder, what was the trigger, and it's helping me. So yeah, I am so ready to have this done. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Last summer, I was miserable, just absolutely miserable. I will not wear shorts, so all my pants were tight on me, so I would wear skirts and just, dress in a way that isn't how I would normally dress, trying to hide my stomach. Prior to that, if I wore a skirt, I'd wear those like, cotton stretchy tank tops. I couldn't even wear those last year. I had to wear loose fitting tank tops. And so my style was a lot older than I normally dress. And of course, even the shirt I'm wearing now wouldn't have normally been my style. But I'm trying to camouflage what I have. So I'm looking forward. I see so many people. It's hard because you compare yourself. Like some of them lose like 50, 60 pounds in like 3, 4 months. And I'm hoping that I do something like that. But I guess I can't compare myself to everybody else. I've always lost a little slower than everybody else, mostly because I've tried to watch my whole life, because I know how fast, as I have proved, that I could put the weight on. So it's not that much of a drastic change for my body. So, but I'm really hoping that I have quite a significant loss in the beginning. I can't exercise right now too much. I mean, I walk a few blocks to my son's school and I have to stop. I get not horribly short of breath, but a little enough. And my hips hurt really bad. I have bursitis in both of my hips. Every day I'm having to take 800 milligrams of Advil twice a day and 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol twice a day, just so I'm not in constant pain. And if I continue this, I'm going to be screwing up my liver with the Tylenol and my kidneys with the Advil. So hopefully after I lose this weight, I won't have to take that anymore. And I'm slowly gonna get back into walking little by little. Last time I started walking, and I lost like 15 pounds. I started walking right away, an hour off the bat, which was the 3 miles, and I kept that off. I can't do that this time because I am 75 pounds heavier. So I'll have to start out, even if it's 15 minutes. And it's March now. We've had some good days. Last week was 72 degrees. And this week we're going to have a 65. So the weather's going to be getting nicer. I enjoy walking outside more than I do inside, although I do have a treadmill right now. There's clothes piled on it. So I'm going to work on getting those clothes off, and, I'll give myself, a few days after surgery to kind of heal a little bit. And then even if I start going on 5, 10 minutes at a time at a slow pace, that's at least a start, and I can build it up little by little. So I guess that's all for now. I will try and do another update either before my surgery, or if not, a little short update the day of my surgery. I know my husband's going to make fun of me for doing it. He's going to laugh at me, and he'll be in the room with me. So we'll see if I get the courage to do it. So thanks for listening me, and I hope you follow me. So subscribe, like, and comment. Tell me about your weight loss journey, your struggles. Ask me any questions, although I don't have like bariatric surgery questions, but I do have weight loss experience, significant weight loss experience, and maintenance. That's the hardest thing. I mean, it's a lot easier taking it off, especially with the help of this bariatric surgery. But the hardest part is keeping it off. And so many people lose the weight and gain it back. That's because they don't change their habits. They think that as soon as they get off of this diet and reach their goal, they could go back to their old habits. That's not true. 27 years ago, I realized I can't eat like the average person. My metabolism is not that good. I am going to have to make this a lifestyle change. And that's what I did. And that is the secret to maintenance. Once you see yourself going up 5, 10 pounds, you got to pull in the rein and cut back a little, take it off. You never let yourself go too far, because if 10 pounds becomes 20 pounds, 20 pounds becomes 30, 30 becomes 75, like I am now. So I will see you soon. Thanks for listening.